Hey guys, my name is Dan McKenzie with MarkTime Studios, and you are watching the Chrissy's Court.
Let's get it.
Yeah!
It's Chris's court. We're here for the report. The ball is in her court. Got Juice and Jay for support. It's Chris's court. And Blair telling us to keep it short. Ayy.
Alright, so we back for another episode of Chrissy's Court. Chrissy the guy checking in.
J-Bo the rapper.
Roster Juice.
Slew Will, what up?
And we got Dan McKenzie today.
Hey,
the world's
everybody.
favorite photographer, videographer.
Oh, man.
All
World's
that.
favorite.
The world's favorite.
World's
That's-
favorite.
All of that.
World's favorite, you name it.
We got photographers.
That's-
You name it. Y'all remember that? You name it. Got greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes. Okay.
Pick the video.
I have to read early.
Whatever.
That was a good one. That was a great one.
Wait in, man. Happy to have you here, man.
Yeah,
Thank
bro,
you.
we
Hey,
Thank
I
you.
know,
Thank you.
thanks
Thank you for
Finally,
having
my
me.
boy been asking for
I was just about to say that.
about 3, 4, 5
You
months
know,
now.
We've been talking about this for a while.
I'm like, you know.
Chris's Court, bringing all the visions to life. Right here on
Like,
camera.
Can I get a drop, my G?
So before we got on camera, you told me you started your business in 2016.
Yeah.
How did you come to that point of you starting a business?
So I had graduated from high school, and
Shout out Ileana Christian.
shout out Ilian. Black. Shout out
Weekend
Way to break the ice.
Oh, man.
Shout out Black Iliana
Oh,
Christian.
man.
But yeah, I graduated from there, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. So I was working for my dad at the time, and he just was like, I was just sitting around one time at an event, and he's like, "Here, take this camera," and I was like, "All right." So I just started taking pictures from there, and I was just like, "Oh, this is, something I could see myself doing, and yeah." So I would like watch. So I started out with pictures, so photography. So family members would let me do like birthdays and stuff like that, and I just progressively got better. And then I was just watching a lot of Spike Lee, a lot of Tarantino.
What's your favorite Spike Lee movie?
Oh, favorite Spike Lee. Can I do top 3?
Yeah, that's cool.
I
I ain't got no favorite either. Top three is cool.
in no order. Give me Crooklyn.
Okay.
Watch that.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Come on, man.
I sleep on a lot of Spike.
Y'all gotta know.
You
this.
gotta
Always
watch
about the
Crooklyn,
names.
man.
A whole lot of
Crooklyn
Spike.
is
I ain't gonna
great.
lie to you.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Go ahead.
Crooklyn is like great cinematography, all that. But Crooklyn, Do the Right Thing, and Malcolm X.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you rock with the?
No,
Chirac.
no, I did not.
So you ain't-
I
so
did
you
not
ain't-
rock with Chirac.
You said do the
at
right
all.
thing, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Do the Right Thing is good. You got.
I did see that. I definitely seen it. I had to write paper on that, I believe.
He was on college, right?
Nah,
Yeah.
do the right
Hold
thing,
on.
man. He was selling the pizzas.
I thought that was.
Right.
I thought he was.
Radio Raheem
Yeah.
with the boombox, and the cops took him out.
You positive?
I know, do the right
Yeah.
thing. My guy.
He was in school?
I got the poster.
Right with
And-
Martin, and Martin was in the
Yeah,
beginning.
Martin was the
Oh,
Martin.
okay.
Martin
Yeah.
was in the movie.
Oh,
You
yeah.
was thinking about a different movie?
I just know he was in school.
Oh,
I seen that joint. Because I had to. I'm
That's,
trying to say I had to write a
that's
paper.
school
You
days.
talking about school days?
School days?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a movie
I
called
might be
School
talking
Days.
about.
Right.
Yeah,
And they was pledging and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was watching a lot of him, and I'm just like, man, like I want to do this one day. So I went to Prairie State.
Okay.
And just kept working on my photography, and then I got accepted into DePaul for film, and got my degree there.
Okay. Let me stop you right
sorry.
there real quick. How you get through college with no loans? That's what I don't even know. No debt.
Oh,
I'm
give us the
40,000
secret, please.
40,000 in. Go ahead.
So
spill
I
the beans.
mean, really, it was just going through. I went to Prairie State, so that would. And let me just have a disclosure. I had parents who could support me, so I couldn't have got through without them. But
course.
that's with the no loans thing. But still, it was just like I went to Prairie State, so I didn't accrue any loans there.
Right.
That was
Cut
like,
the cost
it was,
of
yeah, it was like,
And it's a 2-year community.
Now I don't think that's a bad idea.
right.
It's not.
Right.
Get all
it's
your
not.
general classes out the way.
I mean, you
first.
think about it, the same people at Harvard and the same people at South Suburban are taking the same classes for the first 2 years.
Harvard paying 40.
Yeah, you know, and you know, so that's what me and my parents kind of talked about, and we did the Prairie State route, and then.
So do you feel like going to Prairie State, you lost like that first year college experience that? I feel like everybody should have that.
You know, of course, you're like, I remember going through it. You know, you see all your friends on like Snapchat, like they going to parties. Yeah, you know, they got the dorm room, and you like, right? You know, and you got to come home to your mom's and clean your room up. Yeah. So I mean, of course, like that, like there was an effect on it. But I always tell
Sacrifices.
Like, I was just about to say, I always tell like my students who ask me the same thing. They're like, you know, how'd you do it and everything, and I'm just like, it was a real sacrifice I had to make, you know, like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, community college is so fun. Like, it's not.
And
like,
at the end of the day, you really
Them parties ain't worth them.
yeah, I mean,
It's on a lot at all.
you know, and so, yeah, so we did but while I was at Prairie State, I was saving like 75% of my checks. So I worked for my pops. He gave me a job, like I said, as a photographer / video person. And I was saving like 75%, and so I was like really broke, like for a long time. And even while I was at DePaul, I was saving, and they like, I'm just really fortunate, you know, to have been able to pay everything outright, and we were putting it in the savings plans and all that. So
now, what you think better in your opinion? Going to school, like you said you went to DePaul, downtown in a metropolitan area, or going to somewhere out of the state or in some small college town?
I say,
because I would like to been downtown.
Yeah,
I was gonna transfer to Columbia downtown. But my mama told
I'm
me that
glad
she'll
you
pay my bills if I stayed in Carbondale.
you made the right choice.
Okay.
As a person that went to Columbia.
Okay.
Oh, I was just about to crap on the schools. Okay. Columbia.
It's all good. They kicked me out, so it's all good. It's all good. We good. But Shut up. Nah, but definitely living downtown is just a whole different vibe.
It is.
From
It is.
going to Prairie State, because Prairie State, you know, it's right over here. But downtown, it's like everything.
And this,
I see my boy Dan on the
Yeah.
snap almost every day at the Harold food truck.
better.
Dan eat good every day of his life.
My boy Dan eats good.
Every day.
As you can see. Well, we trying to make better food choices in this
That's all that
here
matters.
year.
That's all that matters.
In this
bro.
here.
Feel the health and wealth.
But that's a good question though. I think as far as college goes, I feel like everybody should make the decision that's best for them. Like,
I feel
don't
that.
just run off to college because your best friend's going there or
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
right. And I tell like all
Yeah.
that, like, it doesn't matter. Like, college is like 4 years of your life. But once you get 4, 5, 6. But once you get that degree, now you have to 60 years of your life that you have to make up. Do you want that 60 years to be filled with you paying Sally Mae back, you know, or you know, like them, or do you want it like to be 60 years of you investing in yourself, you know, you having the money, you know, giving the money to yourself instead of away from other people. So I always say whether, like, DePaul was the right choice for me, you know, but like kids come up to me and say like, hey, I'm going to DePaul. I'm like, do you have the money to? You know, like they want me to be excited, but I'm just like, all right, well, like, are you sure you want to go there? Like, there are better options out here, you know. But so I always say like, make the
At least you got the experience to tell them a right path to take.
Right,
If they do want to do that, at least.
Yeah, I just believe in honesty, man. Like I think you should be real about your money, where your money's at. You know.
Speaking of honesty,
Oh man,
Nice segue.
good
Nice
segue.
segue.
Good segue.
All right,
Plead the fifth.
plead the fifth.
I'll
You ready?
plead
You
the
in the
fifth.
hot seat.
I plead the fifth for all of them.
Okay, so we gonna play Plead the Fifth with you.
Okay.
Okay, so Plead the Fifth is a segment. We're gonna ask you 5 questions.
Okay.
You got 5 seconds. We need to be more strict on that.
Yeah, we be giving people too much leeway.
Too much time.
Too much time to think about it.
You got 5 seconds to answer each question, and you can't plead the fifth.
Okay. Wait, okay, so
I
5.
guess I gave somebody that option last time.
You
Bro, you
did.
gave never the option to plead the fifth. What you talking
I'm
about?
saying, what's
So
the point of the game if you can't do it? If I just say you on a hot seat, period. No,
So I
man.
can't plead the fifth at all.
Can't plead the
The
fifth.
objective is to not plead the fifth.
Okay. All right. I got you.
Try your best.
The objective is not to
Plot. Okay.
say whatever you say besides plead the fifth.
Okay.
You wanna go
Go
first?
ahead.
Oh man, I just got today. My hot one is you got to pass, smash any one of your exes.
No. I cannot stand you.
Hey, damn hilarious.
Oh my god!
No. You got to speed up. What you got for me? Who you got
Right,
for
that
me?
was time for him to
name?
think.
You don't got to put. I mean, it's on you. Whatever answer you got. They watching.
My ex from junior year, she knows who she is.
She knows she is.
She knows she is.
High school? No, not high school, college.
You know you are.
You
Not high
high
school.
By high school, y'all all went to the same school. What's one move you missed out on? You think Eliana?
One move,
You slipped on me, basically.
No.
You let something pass you by.
No,
It's
yeah.
not a lot to choose from.
Yeah,
So,
it was
you
slim,
know,
it was
That boy
slim
said
pickings.
nothing.
It was slim
Bro,
pickings.
look at his face, bro. He's like, I see you trying, bro. Nothing.
okay, so since you do photography,
Okay.
would you shoot any pornos?
Oh my god.
No.
Photography, videography.
The crazy
question.
thing, I've been offered before.
That was a great
For real?
question.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
a great question.
The girl came to me and said, "I'm interested in getting into pornography. Would you help me shoot a video?" And I was like, "I'll think about it."
She ain't offer no money?
No, she didn't.
Oh,
She-
no, then
I
no,
guess
that's
she
a no.
said. I
That's a
guess
no.
she said the
Yeah.
the gift was me watching her. But I was just like, "No, I'm good."
You ain't got no checks.
No,
Girl, no
like,
check. Yeah, no, I'm
Cut
not
the
doing that.
check.
Now, have you ever, tried to use your photography
Oh,
to
man.
persuade?
no, I'm not Harvey Weinstein.
Bro was not finna tell on himself.
No, like, I feel like that's so weird if you try and say like, hey, like if you
want to be on this camera.
if you want to be on this camera, right?
She was wild talking about
Yeah, show a little skin.
juice about.
No, that's so weird, man. I mean, that's like
Juice hilarious.
that's like Bill Cosby level almost. If you do that,
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
my
that
stuff.
definitely be a Hill Cosby.
Pill.
Free Bill.
Pill.
really? No, okay.
He said,
My mama swear he innocent though.
Oh,
I'm
man.
trying
What
to tell
if he
her.
is?
My pop.
You know what?
Listen, I'm
Well-
gonna tell you why he not innocent.
world
I
will never
seen this sketch that he did on the show where he used to make this barbecue sauce,
Yeah.
and then everybody who ate it
Did the
got basically they got horny.
Right. Yeah, I did see that.
And then his wife is like, "What's going on with everybody?" He was like, "Don't you know when they eat the sauce?" They
Yep.
And then after that, I'm like,
Hey,
He did that shit.
Don't get lost in the sauce.
He did that
Get
shit.
lost in the sauce.
And then I'm gonna show you guys a video, and you guys gotta put this in the comment section. For anybody who think
"Oh, we definitely put that."
you
link in
know,
there.
but he was talking about Spanish Fly. He was on a interview with Larry King, and he was like, and you put the Spanish Fly in a woman's drink, and then Hello America. It was like, all
You
right.
said a Spanish fly in the women.
Spanish Fly, which is like it's a known date rape drug. This is Bill Cosby.
Hilly.
So at that moment, I mean, I knew he did it before then, but I was like, yeah, no, lock him up.
That's it.
Benefit of the doubt.
Lock him up.
"See,
Because he
nah.
had, it's Bill, for he. That's like,
Yeah, Bill got.
Oh, it's Bill, folks.
He got that. Bill got that swag like he did it.
He do have that swag.
On the TV show.
I don't think my boy Morgan.
No, I don't. That Morgan shit.
I don't think.
Morgan.
No,
I was
Morgan Freeman too.
Yeah, you ain't seen that. You ain't seen that. They talking about Morgan.
Then I was like, at first I was like, oh no, not Morgan, and I'm like, then they played
the video.
They played the video, and he's like, oh, I wish I would have been there, but he was obviously responding to his friend, not looking at her.
Okay, so speaking of Morgan, what's some top 5 actors you want to work with one day?
Oh, good. Definitely Michael B. Jordan. I love his work.
Okay.
T'Challa?
Please.
Chadwick. I would like to work with Chadwick. Denzel.
That's top 5. Chadwick in your top 5?
No, Chadwick's not. He's like honorable mention.
Okay.
Give me Michael B. Jordan. Lupita. She's in my top 5. Lupita.
I got y'all.
The dark skinned girl. She played Chadwick's Black Panther's love interest.
She was in Star Wars.
Okay.
Star Wars.
She was in.
He turned
Okay, so her. Definitely Denzel.
Taraji?
I don't want to say like I would. Of course, I would
turn down to
right. She's been killing it though. Like her and Hidden Figures. That was a great movie. Yeah. Leonardo.
Definitely.
Shout out Vinci.
you know. And I think the last one. I don't know. My boy.
The comedian in there?
Probably Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Just cause I know it was sell.
Okay.
Great, just because I know it was sell.
It's definitely gonna sell.
That's automatic.
Boy getting millions.
You might as well John Cena in that one. Johnny in there. Oh, you was a big WWE fan.
Back in the day.
Why am I tweaking?
Right at grandma's house.
Exactly. I hear you. I got you.
All right, so we was looking at your prices. We seen that tough. What was it?
You talking about the gold, the silver, and the
bronze?
So I ain't even mad at it. I just want to know how did you.
But I want to know how you come up with those different packages. Okay, but before we get there, do people actually be purchasing that platinum package for real?
I mean, that's pretty much what people use when,
it's a standard.
When they get married. Yeah.
They
that's what they go.
So you giving them a deal?
Is that a deal?
Honestly, yeah, because I think of course there's some stuff I have to change around. Like obviously, like that, like even the gold package isn't what I would charge.
Can you explain the packages for the people?
Let me pull it up because I honestly don't even
put them packages on there.
Let me pull it up.
Hi, the world's favorite photographer today.
MarkTime
today.
So
I don't know, the bronze. You had the 1 to 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
The outfit change and
right.
Event.
So like I said, like this bronze package, like honestly, that's not what I would charge like a model. Like I charge like $100 an hour.
Okay.
So this is more like if it's a set rate, like if it's a set like studio kind of thing. But if we're just shooting downtown or something like that, like I'm not gonna charge $400, for that. You know? And a lot of times, like I ask people to shoot, like just to keep my portfolio going. But this is like this right here. This is my standard rate for a wedding, and people are like, "That's a deal."
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that standard rate?
It's $2,200, and
I just have to make sure people knew.
It's full coverage of the event, 50 printed images, 300 high res. But see, like this is what I'm saying. Like this includes a video too, so like a recap video.
Right.
So
quality.
I mean.
And I know that'd be time. It's very time consuming.
Yeah.
Just editing this be.
How does that be like just editing?
I mean, it's just like you really have to sit down and say, "I need to get this to them."
Right. But since it's something that you like to do, you time just fly by when you do it. Right.
And I'm always just like, okay, I don't want this to be like my other wedding videos. Like, what was special about this event?
Right.
What stood out about this couple that will make them love their video
and make it memorable,
right? So yeah, I mean, but I have to change all that around. But
so as you expand your portfolio, your price is gonna continue to go up.
All the way up.
Okay.
To be honest, because honestly, like that's what I was about to say. Is I went to my friend's wedding, and I asked her sister like how much they paid for the photographer, and it was one photographer. Whole event $5,000.
Shit.
$5K and
look,
but still in
Start Five Productions.
Now I'm and look, now I'm what you contemplating?
Right.
Yeah, for real, man, for real. And people
Now you rethinking what you
Now
doing.
and people pay her that, you know, and she's good, but I was like, she's not $5,000 good.
You see the pictures?
I saw them and they were beautiful, but I'm just like myself. I would not pay $5,000 for this.
Yeah.
That's like
Murder.
Blasphemy.
is that even a feature from like a famous
That's
artist?
a mixtape from somebody.
Yeah, $5,000 that will get you a Zaytoven beat tape.
Really?
$5,000. Yep.
So there you go. But people it's just priority. People,
Whatever you
know. So I mean,
spending money where they want to spend it on.
yeah. So I mean, like $2,200, it's a deal,
honestly,
and that's why I really don't negotiate.
Hey, y'all better go
negotiate.
What they can find that on?
www.marktimestudio.com.
We're gonna drop the link below. Okay, so what does MarkTimes mean? What is
okay. So Mark is my middle name.
Okay.
So
Daniel, Mark, Luke.
John.
all the disciples. No, but my parents actually couldn't conceive. My mom had 4 miscarriages. I hope she doesn't mind me telling this, but
She
my mom,
cut it yourself.
yeah, my mom, she had 4 miscarriages. So she had 3 before me and 1 after me. So I was the only one to make it.
Okay.
You know, so they said my dad was like in his room and my mom was in a different area of the house, and they like came together, like they just met up in the middle of the house, and like both of them said like, we'll name him Daniel, but they said God that told them, you know, both to name me Daniel. So after that they were like, oh, we'll just have his middle name be Mark, because that's what they wanted to name me. So then so that's where the Mark part comes from, and then MarkTime is just like a band reference, and I'm really into music, so I play the drums and.
Oh yeah, tell me about that.
I was just about to ask, because when you was in band, I was from Flags, you know.
Right,
so,
definitely.
Whoa, we never knew that.
Yes,
Chrisy
was the flag girl. Team captain.
So we all really learned something new today. You said team captain.
I gotta go through the yearbook, man. I gotta go through the yearbook, man, because it's definitely in there. It's definitely. I would text you guys. I'm gonna go through my yearbook
a picture of that.
We was going on trips, Holland.
Yep. Michigan.
Yeah, it was fun.
Right?
Man, it was a good time.
She never brought up anything. We never heard anything like that.
My joke was like, that was like the closest thing the black girls had to like a dance team.
Yeah.
So it was just like that's where they went to bond.
Okay,
you know.
okay, I got you.
So where do you plan to take the photography?
So actually, I'm trying to get out of photography, and just photography right now for me pays the bills. You know? So I'm just trying to get fully into documentaries, and directing more. So that's where I really want to take it. I want to open up, my own production company. So a studio, have my own lots, and then actually teach young kids how to make films.
Just about how
Okay, I'm sorry.
how hard is that to like start building up to get to your own production studio? Like, cause I know like some rappers right now, like Currency, he got his own record label, but now he just now getting somewhere to record it.
Yeah, it is hard. I mean,
just getting a production studio.
Yeah, there are different ways to go from it. I mean, obviously you got to have like a steady clientele, you know, and that's something I'm just now building. It's just people who can consistently come to me, you know.
So an idea would be like, say you just keep buying a lot of equipment, and then it's up until the point where you just got no more room for money or stuff. Then that's when you would be like, all right, I need to.
Well, I don't know. I think I could use a studio right now. But I think it becomes where, like right now, I'm really blessed because my job lets me use their studio, for a lot of my shoots. So
shout out Facia.
Shout out Facia for real though. So I think definitely we need our own space when it comes to like teaching the kids, and having it just takes the professionalism, to another level. But I'm not gonna rush out there and then I'm like Kanye, in debt, and asking Mark Zuckerberg for $1 million and everything.
Is that fun teaching kids?
It is. I teach a class with my job every summer, audio visual class, and just seeing where they're at when they started to just 6 weeks. That's what inspired me. So I'm like, if I could teach these kids, after school every day, like where would they be? Yeah. Like, could they? And if I started as young as 4th grade,
where would you be?
Where would they be?
I'm sorry.
No, where would I be too? Because I mean, like the people who work not for me but with me, they're kids. They're people who I taught like when they were 13. Right. Now they're 18, 19, and they're helping me out. So that's why I'm like, what if I started 3rd grade or 4th grade teaching a kid how to use a camera? Like, where would they be when it's time for them to go to college?
Right. Cold.
If they might not even want to go to college. I mean, so I mean, it's economic development. Like that's putting money into a kid's pocket. Where if they didn't have that skill, they wouldn't necessarily have that money.
Right.
So
do you plan to expand your brand, like add more people to the team?
Definitely. I mean, I've been really blessed to have people with me who don't mind working for free. Shout out my assistant Jenna. Shout out those people. Those for real. The people who support you, like that spoke volumes. Like literally, my friend Jenna. I was just like she was asking me how things were going, and I was just like, man, like this stuff is like everything's happening. Like I can't keep my dates together, and she just legit was like, "I'll do that for you."
How can I help you?
Yeah, exactly. And so she organized my life. Shout out my boy Ricardo, Ricky Rubio. He stepped up and started going to shoots with me. So those people, they definitely looked out. But I need marketing people. I need I want to branch into music videos. So I always need to build the team up.
That's dope.
Right. So you don't like when you go to events now, you're the only cameraman?
Actually, no. I just did a wedding where it was like 4 of us.
Okay.
Yeah, and they all got paid. So
was I getting paid?
Right. That's what I said. Like I don't mind sharing the money because I mean when you have more team members, it makes the product better.
Right.
Which gets you more clients. So. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't mind having a team, and I forgot what were we saying?
More than one camera person.
Yeah. So and then like this documentary, like I'm doing a documentary for a church like next month, about their impact like on the Chicago civil rights movement. So that's gonna be like a team of 15, and it's all. College friends.
Nice, I bet.
Yeah, so college friends.
Zach TV?
Hopefully.
Wait. No, it wasn't supposed to be like that.
I was saying new Zach TV. Oh,
doing the documentaries. Take over Chicago.
Hopefully.
Okay. No, man. We
no comment.
Okay.
No comment.
We ain't gonna compare them to Zach TV, but y'all got what?
Nope, not even a least. No.
I feel with that one. Thank you. My God.
Wait.
I'm cutting this
lost.
out.
Looking forward to for MarkTime Studio.
A lot of good stuff is about to happen. I'm starting a new YouTube series.
Okay.
With a couple of my college friends.
I'm trying to get in there.
Yeah, but it actually pertains to stuff like this right here, where we highlight Chicago's up and coming artists and creatives. So when I say artists, I don't mean just rap artists. I mean painters,
curators,
rappers, innovators. Chrisy the God, you know.
Nobody else want to interview us, man.
You know, I mean, but what you guys are doing, like you're like on your way to becoming the new Breakfast Club. Like I really believe that. I really believe that. So
Speak
yeah,
that.
definitely. So I mean, just highlighting you guys like creatives in Chicago that make the city great. So Hebrew Brantley, you know,
put us on.
Definitely, just he's the guy with the.
We don't be knowing nobody.
He's the guy with the goggles. Like that's the easiest way to describe it. Here, you remember in the Chance the Rapper video, Angels?
Oh, okay.
And he had like the goggles on.
Okay.
That's a Hebrew Brantley.
Okay.
It's his common
staple.
staple.
I think I heard Chance like say his name before.
Yeah, he's
Hebrew Brent. Because it started to sound a little familiar.
This guy.
Oh, I've seen that before.
Yeah, you've seen that around in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Now what is that?
But that's what he created. Now they're all over Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so people like him, and then like graffiti artists that we're, you know, so that we're really hoping.
On graffiti artists.
Yeah, we're really hoping it takes off and it's called "We Built This City," and it's true because creatives built this, like built the culture of Chicago.
You know what you're trying to say.
You know. I mean, even when it comes to house music and
like
stuff like that.
No other city.
No, there's not, and it's because it's a melting pot. In rap, you have drill here, you have mainstream rap here, and you have
that's a big thing.
You have people like No Name and stuff like that. You know, so it's a melting pot. Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, they're all from the same city, and that's what makes it so great.
Yeah.
Right. So definitely. So that's what.
So do you plan to keep that in Chicago or?
For now. Okay. For now, we're just gonna really build it up in Chicago. Then we're gonna hopefully go to New York.
We got
that's a big thing because I know your dad said a lot. He was like a lot of art and stuff, which is basically not even art. There's a lot of stuff going on in Chicago.
Yeah.
Right now, just for creators.
Yes. I've been trying to. This is prime time.
People love to leave and go to LA, but LA is crowded because everybody thinks that's where the dream is, you know.
And it's like this slowly becoming the new Hollywood.
It's becoming the new Hollywood. It's becoming the new creative mecca of the world.
Amen.
You know. So definitely just gonna highlight that, you know, and highlight people like Chance who put Chicago up there and out there, like, you know.
Get what you mean, bro.
If Kanye ever stops tweaking, hopefully we can get him on it, you know.
And then Kids see Ghost.
But yeah, that's definitely the next venture. So
yeah. Okay. Any shout outs, anything else you want to say to the people real quick?
Shout out to Mom, Pops.
Shout out to you.
Shout out God.
Shout out God for real.
Shout out God.
Big shouts to God. So
big shouts to the man upstairs.
All right, okay. Well, we definitely want to thank you for stopping by.
Thank you
finally.
Guys so much for having me.
This
is so much fun.
Right.
Anytime you
want
to
always
come
welcome.
Through, you're welcome.
Family.
This is definitely family. Get that. Go get y'all. Check out that website.
We're gonna drop that. We're gonna drop
married and hire my boy.
Okay.
and I'm gonna drop that Bill Cosby link too.
Billy Cosby on
where you'll
Billy
know
Cosby.
Without a shadow of a doubt that he did it.
Protect Morgan Freeman.
Right, protect at all costs.
Protect Morgan, protect Lil B.
Check on Stevie Wonder.
Right. Make sure you can do anything.
And we out.